Nightmares that you think might be a nightmare, but actually really aren't in the lending world. Okay, number one, I'm going to buy a car before I close. I had a client call me a couple of weeks ago. Hey, I'm buying a truck. Am I going to screw my mortgage loan up? Well, we looked at it. What's your payment going to be? Okay, threw it in the system. You know what? You qualify. No big deal. Just give me the paperwork. Could be a nightmare, but actually not a nightmare. How about number two? Changing jobs in the middle of the transaction. We got you. Not a big deal. Only on a few things would that be a nightmare. If you went from guaranteed or salary or hourly and you shifted to a commission-based job. Nightmare possibly, but no sweat. It's a dream. We'd figure that out. Large, unexplained deposits in your bank. Sometimes that could be a nightmare. In fact, a lot of times it could be, but actually, if you can explain it, if you can paper trail it, usually there's a reason why there's a big lump deposit that comes in. If we can paper trail it to a valid source, no problem, no big deal. Opening new credit cards. For the most part, this is a nightmare. However, if you have to open it, maybe what you do is you have your spouse open that credit card or get that furniture in their name who isn't on the loan. Had that situation a couple of weeks ago. Said, you know what, put it in your wife's name. She's got good credit. We don't need her for this transaction. She makes income, she has money, and she's not going to be on the loan. Problem solved. How about this one? This could be a big nightmare. The home doesn't appraise for the amount that you're buying it for. Truthfully, the appraisal comes in low, and the seller is unwilling to negotiate, either come down on the price to what it appraised for, or maybe meet in the middle. If you really love that house, you might be paying over. That could be a nightmare, but there's ways around it. There's definitely opportunities. If you actually are putting a chunk down, sometimes it doesn't really make a difference in your mortgage payment, your interest rate, if there's a good amount down that you're putting. A lot of times, more often than not, seller wants to get that whole house sold. And we have some of the best appraisers in town that are reputable and work with us really closely. And so if one of those appraisers brings the appraisal down, that's probably accurate. And most people will be able to recognize that. And sellers, or at least the listing agents, will be able to walk their sellers through that process that, hey, if it's not on this deal, it might be on the next deal. So you might as well take it and run. Could be a nightmare, but actually there's many different options and opportunities a way around to be able to get a low appraisal to make it work for you. Hey, you may end up getting a house a little bit cheaper than what you had bought it for or had it under contract for previously. So nightmare possibly, I'm looking at it as an opportunity.